So I've been wanting to build something that blends a little bit of code with a little bit of woodworking. So today we're going to make something a little bit different. We're actually going to be making an LED matrix display in a walnut frame. Honestly, I just think it's going to look cool in my office. I'm going to start by cutting some walnut into 1.5 inch strips to form the frame of my LED display. For each piece of the frame, I cut 45-degree miters on each end and added a rabbet to hold the LED matrix. There's a few components we're going to be using to pull this off. The most important is a controller for a piece of software called WLED. This is really nice because it has all the functionality built in to define the number of rows, the number of columns, and it even includes some fun animations. Ultimately, I opted to go for a pre-built, pre-flashed controller. It just makes things a little bit easier. We're also going to be using this grid that you can 3D print, and there's a link to the file in the description below. And what this is going to do is help just separate each of our LEDs and give it that nice chunky pixel look. And of course, we can't forget about the LED matrix itself. This is a really nice sheet. It's very thin, and so it's easy to include in projects, and everything's pre-wired and includes this header cable here. Once I knew all the components would fit in the frame, it was time to glue it up. Once the glue was dry, I sanded the entire frame to 120 grit. I double-checked the size of the opening and cut a sheet of frosted acrylic to sit in the front of the frame. And then it was finally time to test everything out. I don't mind how this frosted acrylic looks. I think it still is really nice. But I think if I were going to do this project again, I'd investigate things like black frosted acrylic. I think it would just give it a nicer look. And when it's off, you wouldn't see the grid like you do on mine. For the next step, I cleaned up the frame and applied some Rubio monocoat as finish. Similar to a picture frame, I used a point driver to hold everything in place. At last, it was time to see the finished product in action. Well, that's it for this one. It's a fun mix of woodworking and LEDs, and honestly, it turned out better than I expected. If you're into this kind of project or other woodworking projects, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe, but either way, I'll see you in the next one.